there, Ospreys. Welcome to another campus update with Inside Swoop. I'm Rose Holtzworth, here to bring you up to date on what's going on this week. Moore County, North Carolina could be without powers for days, following a shooting at 2 power substations. Tens of thousands of people are struggling to get through as cold sets in. Officials are starting to stress the need to secure power grids as vulnerability increases. According to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, attacks on electricity infrastructure have been planned for the last 2 years. However, trying to secure power grids seems nearly impossible to some. As the Russia-Ukraine war rages on, more airstrikes make contact with Russian soil, the most recent of which has yet to be claimed by the Ukrainian military, as Vladimir Zelensky stands firm. 2 faculties on Russian territory were just hit just 1 day after previous drone strikes that Russia accused Ukraine of sending. While Ukrainian leaders maintain that the drones weren't sent by the Ukrainian government, the attacks have revealed dangerous faults in Russia's Air Force defense and has pro-war bloggers in an outrage over military leadership. Jim Stewart, one of the co-founders of Stax Records, has died. Stewart, who helped build the Memphis-born record label from the ground up with his sister, died peacefully on Monday, surrounded by family. Founded during a period of high racial tension, Stewart melded white musicians and producers with black singers, songwriters, and instrumentalists to help create the Memphis sound heard from artists like Otis Redding, Isaac Hayes, and the Staple Singers, and many others. Jim Stewart was 92. Scientists warn governments gathering for the United Nations Biodiversity Summit this week to avoid past mistakes. Meeting in Montreal this Tuesday, the UN is setting goals to slow deforestation and maintain biodiversity. Governments have failed to meet the goals set in previous conferences, and scientists are urging the participating members not to make deals or compromises on the topics being discussed. To aid this process, scientists call for officials to be mature and people positive and have outlined attainable and community-supported plans of action. Sitting along the Ring of Fire, Indonesia has 129 active volcanoes. On Sunday afternoon, Mount Semeru emitted ash more than 5,000 feet in the air. Following the eruptions, heavy rains caused an avalanche of gas and lava to smother the villages and destroy a newly rebuilt bridge. Now, as of Monday, rescue teams are out and no casualties have been announced. This town is no stranger to eruptions, as the last one was just a year ago. It was reported 2,000 people fled to an emergency shelter and have since returned to tend to homes and livestock. Georgia voters are finally deciding the outcome of the fight for the country's last Senate seat after a 4-week runoff between Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican candidate Herschel Wasser. The outcome of this election will decide whether Democrats will have a 51-49 majority of the Senate, which will play a significant role during the 2024 presidential election. The runoff will conclude a somewhat personal contest between Warnock, Georgia's first black senator, and Walker, a former football star. Well, that's another edition of Inside Swoop. Tune in next time for more campus information. I'm Rose Holtzworth. Thanks for joining me on Inside Swoop.